My dear child, gather close. Tonight, I'm telling you a tale that'll chill your bones and make you wonder what lurks in the shadows of the sea. It's the story of the Mary Celeste, a ship found drifting, empty, with no trace of her crew. Was it crime, a ghost, or something even darker? This mystery has haunted sailors and storytellers for over a century, and I'm going to lay it all out for you. So, sit tight, keep your eyes sharp, and listen close, because this is a story that'll stick with you long after the lights go out. Now, let's set the scene. It's 1872, and the Mary Celeste, a sturdy merchant ship, set sail from New York, bound for Italy. She's carrying a cargo of denatured alcohol, barrels of the stuff, enough to make a fortune. On board are Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and a crew of 7 seasoned sailors. These folks are no strangers to the sea. Captain Briggs is a respected man, known for his sharp mind and steady hand. His crew trusts him, and his family joins him, making this voyage feel like a routine adventure. The ship is in good shape, the weather's fair, and everything seems set for a smooth journey across the Atlantic. But here's where things get eerie. On December 4th, 1872, another ship, the Dei Grazia, spots the Mary Celeste drifting in the middle of the Atlantic, about 400 miles east of the Azores. The Dei Grazia's captain, David Morehouse, knows Briggs. They're friends. So when he sees the Mary Celeste moving strangely, sails half up, no one at the helm, he gets a bad feeling. His crew hails the ship. No answer. They call again. Silence. Finally, they board her, and what they find is the stuff of nightmares. The Mary Celeste is empty. Not a single soul on board. No captain, no crew, no family. The ship's in decent shape, though. Sails are torn, but she's seaworthy. The cargo of alcohol barrels is mostly intact, with a few broken. There's food and water for 6 months, clothes still hanging in cabins, and the crew's belongings untouched. The ship's log, written by Briggs, stops 9 days earlier, on November 25th, with normal entry. Position noted, weather calm. But there's no sign of violence, no blood, no bullet holes, no broken furniture. The lifeboat is gone, but there's no clue why anyone would abandon a perfectly good ship. It's as if the crew and family vanished into thin air. My child, let's pause here. Imagine you're on that ship, alone in the vast ocean. The wind howls, the waves crash, and you realize everyone's gone. What would you do? This is why I always tell you to stay sharp. Keep your wits about you. If something feels wrong, trust your gut. The sea's a dangerous place, and so is life. Always have a plan, just in case. Now, let's dive into what might have happened. People have spun all kinds of theories about the Mary Celeste, from the practical to the downright spooky. First, let's talk crime. Some folks think pirates attacked. The Atlantic was crawling with them back then, preying on merchant ships. But pirates take loot, right? The cargo was still there, and so were the crew's valuables. Watches, money, even a fancy sword found in Briggs' cabin. If pirates boarded, why leave all that behind? And there's no blood, no signs of a fight. A pirate attack just doesn't add up. Another crime theory points to the crew. Maybe they mutinied, killed the captain and his family, then fled in the lifeboat. But Briggs was a fair captain, well-liked. His crew had sailed with him before, and there's no record of trouble. Plus, why would they abandon a valuable ship? And where did they go? The lifeboat was never found, and the Atlantic's a big place. If they mutinied, they didn't leave a single clue. Then there's the cargo. Those barrels of alcohol could have been trouble. Denatured alcohol is poisonous, meant for industrial use. But if it leaked, the fumes might have spooked the crew. Some think Briggs, fearing an explosion, ordered everyone into the lifeboat, maybe tied to the ship to wait out the danger. A storm could have snapped the rope, leaving them adrift, but the ship's pumps were working, and only a few barrels were broken. The hold wasn't full of fumes when the Dei Grazia crew boarded, so fumes seem unlikely. Now, my child, let's get to the supernatural. Some say the Mary Celeste was cursed. Sailors are a superstitious bunch, and this ship had a rough past. Before she was a Mary Celeste, she was called the Amazon, and she'd run aground, caught fire, and even collided with another ship. Bad luck seemed to follow her. Renamed and sold, she still carried that dark reputation. Could a curse have driven the crew away? Or maybe ghosts? Stories tell of haunted ships where spirits scare sailors into jumping overboard. The empty cabins, the untouched belongings. It's easy to imagine something otherworldly at play. Another wild theory? Sea monsters. The 19th century was full of tales about giant squids or krakens dragging ships to the deep. Could a creature have spooked the crew into the lifeboat? There's no evidence, no scratches on the hull, no slime or scales. But when you're out there miles from land, the ocean feels alive, like it's watching you. I'm not saying a squid ate them, but I'm saying fear can make people do crazy things. Let's consider nature, too. A waterspout, a tornado over water, could have hit the ship. It'd explain the torn sails and wet decks. Maybe the crew, thinking the ship was doomed, piled into the lifeboat and got swept away. But the Mary Celeste wasn't badly damaged. A waterspout would have wrecked more than just sails. And Briggs, an experienced captain, would have known better than to abandon ship over a storm that left her floating. My child, here's a piece of advice. When life throws a mystery at you, don't jump to conclusions. Look at the facts. Think it through. Like the Mary Celeste, sometimes the truth is hidden, and you've got to dig deep. Always question what you hear, and don't let fear cloud your judgment. Now, what I think happened, I leaned towards something practical, but with a twist. Briggs was a cautious man. If he thought the cargo was dangerous, maybe a small leak, maybe a strange smell, he might have ordered everyone into the lifeboat, just for a bit, to check things out. They tied a lifeboat to the ship, but then a sudden storm or current cuts the rope. The Mary Celeste drifts off, leaving the lifeboat behind. In the open ocean, a lifeboat with 10 people, including a toddler, wouldn't last long. Hunger, thirst, or waves would have taken them. It's a sad thought, but it fits the evidence. The missing lifeboat, the untouched ship, the calm log entry days before. But I'll be honest, my child. Part of me wonders if there's more to it. The sea's a strange place. I've heard too many stories from old sailors about ships that sail themselves, lights that flicker with no source, voices in the fog. The Mary Celeste crew left no note, no sign of struggle. That silence feels unnatural. Maybe we'll never know. When the Dei Grazia found the ship, they sailed her to Gibraltar for an investigation. The court looked hard for answers. They suspected foul play at first, even grilled Captain Morehouse, thinking he might have staged it for salvage money. But Morehouse was clean, and the evidence didn't point to him. The court ruled it an unsolved mystery. The Mary Celeste was sold, but her bad luck stuck. She changed hands, lost money, and in 1885, her last owner deliberately wrecked her for insurance money. Even her end was shady. My child, this story teaches us something. Life, like the sea, can be unpredictable. You can plan, prepare, but sometimes things go wrong, and you're left with questions. That's why I always say, Stay close to those you trust, keep your head clear, and don't take risks you don't understand. If you're ever in a tough spot, think like Captain Briggs would have, calm, careful, ready for anything. Now, before I go, I need you to do something for me. If this story got your heart racing, hit that like button. It tells me you're out there listening to your old grandpa's tales. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Join this family, my child. We got more stories, horror, true crime mysteries that'll keep you up at night. Subscribing means you're part of this. And I need you here, safe with me, as we explore the dark together. Share this video. 2. Let's spread the chills. Stay safe, my child. Lock your doors. Check your windows. And don't go wandering alone on the water. The sea keeps her secrets, and some are best left buried. I'll see you next time with another tale to make your skin crawl. Sleep tight.